SMT Nation, we back. I felt compelled to do this video because there was a little bit of concern from a previous video. We were discussing some changes that are going on to T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile retail operations. Just as a recap of what is happening, Metro by T-Mobile corporate stores are no longer. Those individuals were officially laid off. The area managers and the regional managers and things like territory managers, I should say, were relieved of their duties and laid off. And then all the employees are being told that they can reapply for their positions, possibly end up at T-Mobile stores, maybe. Who knows? We'll see how all that shakes out. But basically, you've got Metro by T-Mobile authorized dealers. They seem to be still in action. But the corporate Metro stores are no more. Now, in the grand scheme of things, the reason I made this video was to kind of give people an update for Metro by T-Mobile customers. People were asking in that video in the comments, what does this mean to me? Should I be concerned? Should I leave? Should I be worried? You don't have to act and do anything. As a customer, you continue to pay your bill, however you do that. That might be a little bit affected if you were going to a Metro by T-Mobile store, corporate store, where you typically did your upgrades and paid your bill or something like that. So you're going to have to find a new place to pay your bill. Either find an authorized Metro by T-Mobile dealer, and who knows how many of those are available to you within driving distance and so forth and such as, or perhaps transition towards the online, right, which is something that T-Mobile likely wants to move more towards, right? They want to eliminate their retail operations on the corporate side. And that's something I also wanted to kind of talk about in this video, is with T-Mobile, kind of what they're doing is essentially out of the AT&T playbook, in which AT&T only owns and operates a small percentage of their actual AT&T corporate stores. They're basically like flagship stores, right? They command the business relations, they command the consumer relations, the traffic and it's supported and stuff like that. And they have to have those, and it makes sense for them. It's very minimal. It's a small percentage of stores. I think over 90% of the AT&T stores are third party and authorized dealers. That's essentially what T-Mobile is doing here. And we have seen some people try to defend T-Mobile as this, this savior and this, this lover of people, and they were going to do all these great things and be job positive from day one of the T-Mobile and Sprint merger, and they love people and they want to help everyone and be awesome and all that. And we're starting to see that they are AT&T Junior. Mike Sievert worked at AT&T. Mike Sievert is a CEO, right? The days of the uncarrier and all of that stuff, and I've already started to shift my thinking. Every time we get some kind of good news or something from T-Mobile, then they follow up with something bad. Every time we get something bad, they try to cover up with something good, right? Last week it was, raises for their employees and stock compensation bonuses, and then previous to that, they laid off 1,300 engineers or something. And then before that, it was like Hometown Heroes announcement. And then before that, it was some other layoffs. And then back before that, it was like free airline Wi-Fi. And like, they do that because T-Mobile has become the cut and the Band-Aid. It's like a total predictable, on schedule performance where they announce something terrible or something terrible leaks, and then they follow it up with something wonderful. So like, here's this, right? And then, there's no explanations. Everything's behind closed doors. Nothing is transparent. Inquisitive mind wants to know, and people, especially investors, want to know, and those kinds of things. But I think it's time we stop with the fanboyism. I think it's time we stop protecting corporations. Call a spade, as we say, and let's be honest about this. T-Mobile is AT&T Junior. What's so different? How are they different? They're not. They do essentially the same thing. It's the same moves. One company's profitable, the other one isn't. That's really the only difference. They both move slimy, sneaky, and sly. And It's not to say that they're not doing what's best for the company. This might be what's best for the company, but they can't be protected. And they got to be called out for it. But and I don't know, maybe this is the best thing for the company and it allows them to be more fleet-footed and all that, but it's disingenuous at the very least. Again, don't listen to what carriers say. Watch what they do and be careful out there. For those of you that have plans with T-Mobile, as soon as it hits 3 years, watch your pricing. Be very careful. They've lied to us several times before. They've deceived us and lied several times before. I know they say price lock and all this. I don't trust. No, sir. No, ma'am. There's too many things going on here, folks. But I thought you might find this information insightful and helpful, and I offered my commentary. Offer yours down in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links are in the description for all things going on with the channel. Big shout out to my YouTube members and my patrons for supporting me on those platforms and making content on this channel possible. Appreciate you all so very much, all the goats. And thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one. Peace.